ESF 18 might not sound impressive, but it could be a local business's lifeline during a disaster. Let's join Business Beat Michelle Coates, reporter at the Volusia County Emergency Operations Center, to find out more about ESF 18.
I'm Michelle Coates with the Business Beat. ESF 18 may not sound impressive, but it could be a local business's lifeline during a disaster. We're here at the Emergency Operations Center to learn more about Volusia County's ESF 18 and the Volusia County Business Operations Center.
Emergency support functions, or ESFs, consolidate multiple agencies with similar functions into one unit for disaster response. The 18 ESFs represent the specific response activities common to all disasters, such as police, fire, utilities, public information shelters, and business and industry and economic stabilization. The Volusia County Emergency Management Department took that model a step further by adding a new service arm to its local ESF 18, a public-private business operations center. We spoke to Rick Moore with Volusia County Emergency Management to find out more about this unique business program.
The Business Operations Center is a coordination point for businesses. It's a place in which they can communicate with the county EOC, or they can also communicate business to business on their needs. The reason this is so important is because we've learned historically that following a disaster, you want to get the community back on its feet as quickly as possible. And that means getting businesses on their feet.
The Business Operations Center was developed through a cooperative effort between the Center for Business Excellence, the Greater Daytona Area Chamber, and Volusia County Emergency Management. The initiative has been implemented with the help from Volusia County Chamber Alliance, the Daytona Beach Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Hotel Motel Association, Volusia Manufacturers Association, and Colleges and Universities Disaster Assessment and Research Center.
The Business Operations Center is actually a part of our overall response, and it's activated at the request of the EOC. Once it's activated, it's staffed by the Center for Business Excellence. A company can call it, or a business or an individual organization can call them and say, hey, I have a need for widgets. And they can look in their database and find somebody who has those widgets in order to keep that business operational.
The Business Operations Center works to aid businesses with disaster preparedness planning, help businesses report partial and full closings during a disaster, provide a database of local resources, and establish a coordinating center for matching those resources with needs during disaster recovery.
Well, there really isn't any magic to signing up to be part of the Business Operations Center. All they have to do is call the Center for Business Excellence, and they can talk with the staff there to be put into the database where they enter what resources they have that others may use. Now, we're not talking about duplicating the yellow pages. These are things specifically that you would need following a disaster. For instance, refrigeration, generators, lights, things like that.
The local business community and chambers have fully endorsed the Business Operations Center. We spoke with George Mirabal, interim president and CEO of the Greater Daytona Area Chamber of Commerce, about the program and its benefits to our business community.
Well, the benefit is that when you have representation here at the EOC, the business community has input and can be the conduit for when there's going to be evacuations and as well as recovery.
As the hurricane season ramps up this year, businesses and families need to dust off their emergency plans. Put plans in place before the disaster hits, and your business will be stronger for it. Businesses are encouraged to add the Business Operations Center number 386-323-2106 to their emergency communication plan to report closures and to access the help needed to return to operation after a disaster.
Thanks for joining us today at the Volusia County Emergency Operations Center. I'm Michelle Coates with the Business Beat.
You can find out more about the Business Operations Center and the Volusia County Emergency Operations Center when you log on to volusia.org and select Emergency Management from the Services menu at the top of the screen.